Hey guys, my name is Zach Dunn, and I chose to do my informative speech on schwannomatosis. One day, what you thought would be just a normal, regular checkup with your doctor, you leave with great dismay as you find out you may never be normal again. Um, Basically, through the Children's Tumor Foundation, our goal is, as an organization is to assist families in some of the most dramatic and unfortunate times of their lives. Through our actions as people who deal with these patients, our ultimate goal is to allow these patients to be able to see the light of Jesus shining through us by valuing what God values. Um, with this disease rapidly growing, um, and affecting more and more people each year, it is important for everyone to stay informed of the deadly effects this disease has on the body. Um, Now, I consider myself credible to inform you all today because I've experienced an up-close encounter of this great disease that has taken over the body of a friend of mine in high school. Um, Now, my purpose in this is to inform you guys that schwannomatosis is a cancerous disease. It affects the cranial, spinal, and peripheral nerves of the body. In recent decades, there has been a dramatic increase in the number of people it has impacted. Now, we'll get more in depth with this. What is schwannomatosis? Throughout the nerve cells of the body, several tumors are present and eating away at these cells. There are a couple struggles a victim of this disease will go through, such as eyesight, pain and movement, and sometimes paralyzation. And that's actually the most common experience one will have. But in these experiences, such as pain so severe that walking becomes very difficult, this is due to tumors growing and pushing against the nerve cells. Others don't experience pain at all, other than the fact that they'll lose their eyesight. Paralyzation, again, is a very frequent effect of this disease, and obviously the most horrible event one can experience. This disease is more frequently found in men over women. Um, the National Tumor Foundation found that 51% find a chance in men, whereas a 49% are found in women. Does age matter? Victims of schwannomatosis are found to be between ages of 30 to 35. Once diagnosed, victims are only given a short amount of time left to live. Just like other tumors associated with other cancerous diseases, size matters. The smallest tumors associated with this disease can be compared to a seed. And just to give you a visual, it can be the size of this, and it's amazing that something so small can affect a body greatly. And this tumor can grow to the size of a tennis ball. In this case, it's a lacrosse ball, but the same idea. It's amazing that something so small can get something so big. But most of the time, there are multiple tumors, even hundreds. Now imagine 100 of these in your body that have to be removed. Within many surgeries take place to remove these tumors. Is there a cure? One of the most common cures has been surgery to remove these tumors, depending on the size. Sometimes it's nearly impossible to remove these tumors, depending on where they have attached itself. Another possible cure would be, but it tends to have slight chances. The impact is Celebrex. It's a chemotherapy that sometimes aid in the shrinking of tumors. With the shrinking of tumors would shrink the amount of pain. And then, unfortunately, just like other cancerous diseases, it is tough, and it's still being studied today, but there has not been an exact cure for this disease. Basically, what my buddy John went through, as with the points stated above, John was an active kid. He participated in every activity at school. He was very athletic. Sports minded, but he was diagnosed with the disease sophomore year of high school. He eventually lost his ability to walk. He eventually lost his movement in his hands and wrists and fingers. But he underwent several surgeries when he was diagnosed, which resulted in many, many incisions. He did go through some chemotherapy sessions of Celebrex. It did benefit him in reducing the amount of pain he went through. Um, but he did eventually pass away at the age of 17, which is a very uncommon age group. Um, but in all of this, as someone who treats this disease, um, it can be used as a great platform to spread the word of God. This doesn't mean spreading Bible passages to guests, although it is a possible way to make use of this platform, but simply applying the values of God's values to these patients. God values our hospitality to others. Romans 12:13 says, "Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality." God values our compassion for others. Matthew 25:31 through 46 really demonstrates caring for those who are in need. And then God values our love with others. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. And we can use these values to demonstrate the love of God to these patients. Thank you.